Hey everybody, it's Corrine. This is a little video for Kim and Kara. You wanted some more, so here's another little. I was trying to decide what to do, but I think we'll do a little bit of planking. All right, so let's do that. So important when you're doing some planking to think about your form. You don't want to hurt your shoulders. You don't want to hurt your back. All right, so I'm going to find those nice neutral positions. So let's come to all fours. And we'll round the spine because it just feels so good. And then we'll arch the spine the other way. We'll do that a couple of times. And then we'll kind of find a nice neutral position. So a nice little curve in the back of the neck, a little kyphotic rounded curve in the upper back, and a little lordotic curve here. Everybody's a little different, but you just want to find that you're fairly level here, ASIS to pubic bone, so not tucked, not overly tilted. Shoulders away from the ears, and press down, spread your fingers wide and press down into the mat and claw the mat up a little bit. So hopefully you can see that. I'm really giving it a good claw. I've got my fingers spread nice and wide, sharing that weight for my wrists, right across my hands. And I'm gonna first just walk out to my knees and then lower my pelvis and just get a nice line from the knees through the hips, through the shoulders, and just pause here for a sec. Now, I'm really thinking of pulling my abdominals in away from the ground. I don't want to feel any pinching in my low back, so make sure you're lifting that low belly area up and in. Keep a width across the back of your sit bones. And then let's curl those toes under and let's lift our knees off. So here we are in a nice high plank position. If you can't hold a fairly straight line, go ahead for the moment and try to keep your bum up for a little bit just till you build strength, or bring those knees down and work there. So I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna hold that for a moment. You wanna squeeze the front of your thighs, activate the back of your thighs like you're lifting them up to the sky, press the ground away. Keep nice open and space in the front of your collarbones. It's gonna get harder for me to talk here. Shoulders away from the ears. So my shoulder blades are full and broad on my back. Almost like the bottom tips of my scapula kind of hugging under my armpits a little bit. There's that sensation of wrapping around. And then I'm gonna take my knees down and just come back for a bit. So we'll work that in high plank. Now I wanna come down and do a forearm plank. All right, so I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna choose the first hand position. I'm gonna make a fist with my hands. Elbows are under my shoulders. And the same idea, I'm gonna keep my knees down. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. I've got my nice neutral pelvis going on, my shoulders away from the ears. And I might lift one knee off and then the other. And then maybe I'll take both off. I'm pressing the floor away. Squeeze those thighs, lift them away from the ground. Neck is nice and long. If this gets too much, drop your knees back down. Let's count for 10, 9, 8, belly drawing in, front of those ribs in, 6, 5, gonna challenge myself, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back, take a quick break. And I'm going to come down onto my side for a forearm side plank. So my wrists don't really like to bear too much weight these days. All right, now you can do different options. You can have one foot in front. You could bend the bottom. You could keep both feet down and just lift your hip up. All right. Or you could, choose to stack your feet and lift your hip up and have both knees off the ground. Okay, so choose which one you're going to do. I'm going to start here with the front foot in the top foot in front of that bottom leg. I'm checking that my shoulders rounding back, so no droppy forward shoulders, rounding back, and again, like almost I'm hugging that shoulder blade underneath my armpit. A nice space from my shoulder here to my ear. Press down into the floor and then lift my hips up. So even here, this is really good work. You're building Lots of strength in the shoulder, shoulder stability. You're lifting that waist away from the floor. You can always help with these fingers if you need it. You start with baby steps. You don't want to hurt yourself and then not be able to continue. All right, so I'm going to come up again. I'm going to try the full version here. I will admit that this mat's pretty, it's not very juicy, so it's not super nice under my elbow. All right, so we'll do it just for a few breaths. Set that shoulder blade, pull those abs in. I'm going to press it in my fingertips to begin with. Well, get into that position. I don't know if this deck's gonna, there it is. All right, nice long plank, straight line. Hips aren't too high, they're not too low. Squeeze that bottom leg up into the top. Pull those abs in, press the floor away. Keep that shoulder back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And come on down. And then you want to repeat that. Let's do it together. We're going to do the other side together. All right. Let's start with the first step, setting up that shoulder. You might find your one is easier than the other. All right. Let's just lift the hips up to begin with. Check the positioning. Might want to adjust where that elbow is. All right. Lifting up. So stage 1. Nice long line. Hips aren't too high. They're not too low. Press that arm away and hold. And then you want to go to the next stage. We're going to get going here on that one. I'm going to lengthen my legs out, press down into the forearm into the ground, lift my hips up, and up I come. Again, not too high, not too low. Shoulders away from the ears on both sides. Press the floor away for 5. Squeeze the bottom leg up to the top. 4. Pull those abs in. 3, 2, and 1. Come down with control. Whew. So that was a nice little planking set. All right, try that every day, and you'll be nice and strong in no time. Take care. Bye.